Reds young movement, and Chris Bassitt's first fastball is in for a strike to Dawg&Hen India.
He's pitched much better than that. He's had a lot of tough losses, some no decisions.
He's 5 games. He's hitting .304. Last year's National League Rookie of the Year, fouls off the high fastball, and it's one bad when you consider they started out 3-22. And that's in there for a call strike 3. 4 straight fastballs from Bassett. If you had McCann and Canna back-to-back in the batting order, they could make beat McCanna. 2 hopper to Lindor. Nick Senzel swinging at the first pitch. They've been trying to swim uphill all season. Here's the veteran Mike Moustakas, and he takes a fastball for a strike.
I also kind of
They're basically living on fumes with their pitching. Swinging to Minnesota 2. They've got 10 pitchers on the in-handed playoffs. 0-2 coming, and the first off-speed pitch, a curveball from Bassett. And changeup.
Always worried about an umpire with glasses.
It's very discriminatory of you. Good cutter by Bassett to strike out Moustakas. Up to the first baseman until almost 7,000 plate appearances. Think about that. Never popped up to the first baseman in 6,000 plate appearances.
That's kind of hard to do.
Votto slowing down a little bit at age 3. Hope that they can put enough players around him that he can keep something going. He hits a ground ball right at Escobar, who's playing alone on the left side. And that's a 5-3. He had .308 in his 3 years for the Giants. And he's hitting .298 this year. He's been slowed by injury. They
punch.
See them next over the weekend against the Phillies. Lined right at Alonso. And Solano retired for the
team thing. It brings certain people bring out the best in the players around them, and
pitchers. Even Scherzer's interactions with Vogelback in the dugout, from all indications, have been something that has really boosted this team. Just guys who keep things light.
Strider yesterday on the mound. I thought that was the game had kind of gentrified, and I was kind of glad to hear that. They were kind of
question. Jake Fraley, 0-2 count, and he fouls it off. Fraley was part of that big deal with C. Reflection off the glass on the office building. Cutter misses high from Bassett. 1-2 to Fiend. And slider inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Fraley pops one up on the left side. Escobar the only man over there. And he stays with it to retire the side.
Doesn't want any pomp and circumstance.
Well, he doesn't want to get smoked. Chris Bassett starts with an ankle sprain. Aquino's a guy who came up to the big leagues and hit a lot of home runs in a hurry. Sunset getting a little purple. Ground to the right side. Nobody's playing there. McNeil has to hurry over, and it's too late. Reds' top prospect, and they're going to play him at shortstop the rest of the way. Takes a strike. The other night, Barrero hit his first. And he takes a fastball for a strike. Barrero had a brook. And the curveball strikes him out. Well, that was quite a lesson. Young hitter. We've mentioned a few times how many injuries the Reds have had, and they've been as broken clavicle that will keep him out for the rest of the year. Pierce gets a soft liner. McNeil lets it drop. They get the out at second, and they'll turn the double play. Smartly done by McNeil. 4th inning, Dawg&Hen India takes a slider for a strike from Chris Bassett. Call third strike his first time up. And that breaking ball misses. A ball in his first 3 innings for Chris. Off the fists, a grounder behind the bag. Tough play. Escobar against the speed of India, and it can't be handled by Alonso. And that's got to be changed.
I'm bringing out the E5 on my red ink.
There's Senzel, and he takes a strike. Senzel fists one to second. Will he let it drop again? He does, and this time he messes it up, but he'll get the out at second. Can you stirrup socks in the game Friday when the Mets wore their black uniform?
Now I understand it's a long. Then you got to put your other sock, a stirrup sock, on.
What's your point? Oh, you know that when John Wooden coached at UCLA, the first day that he gathered his team, there weren't a lot of blisters. Moustakas struck out his first time. He laces this one toward left center. Nimmo on the run. He won't get there. Backhands it on the warning track. Senzel to third. Man, Moustakas will have to stop at first.
That is just poor base running.
But a terrific play by Nimmo to get to that ball.
The whole way.
Here's Votto first and third, one out, and Votto takes inside. Here we go. Up. He had a foot injury last year that cost him a lot of the season. Here's a slow ground ball. Can they turn two? No chance. Not even with Votto running. So a run's going to come home. McNeil gets for Donovan Solano. And curveball in the dirt, knocked down by McCann. Ball one. Solano. And that fastball on the corner. Ball and strike. Dugout. Let's see whether they have to make a change. Curveball stays up and into Solano when it's 2-1. In the fourth. And Solano fouls off the slider and it's 2-2 games behind.
Yeah, they weren't happy with the Hader trade. The players
line the other way, and Solano's got a base hit.
So Gary, you were right. That's another run if Moustakas is on this player.
Can hit. It's Jake Fraley with 2 out and 2 on. And Bassett runs the cutter inside for ball one. Fraley Panino. Another cutter runs inside. It's 2-0. So Bassett having trouble putting this inning to bed. Solano at second, Solano at first with 2 out. And Fraley takes inside. Now it's 3-0.
2 down.
Well, they've got Farmer on the bench. I don't know if he can play, but they also have Farmer right behind him, so maybe he is available. Ground ball past the mound. McNeil to his right. He's make the scoop to Lindor, and that's 2018. And now just 3 games behind the Braves. Fly ball out to left from Aquino. Over comes Naquin to slide and make the catch. Tyler Naquin. Barrera, the shortstop, who struck out on 3 pitches his first time. And he takes a fastball for a strike. And the curveball fouled off. Struck him out with that as a 20-year-old. He lines one the other way for a base hit. So Barrera down in the count 0-2, gets a fastball and hits it the other way for a 1-out single. Now Papierski takes a curveball for a strike. Papierski hit into a double play his first time up. Runner goes, pitch up and in. The throw to second by McCann, and he got him. McCann guns down Barrera. Curveball taken down, blocked by McCann. Papierski and Jake Fraley were teammates with LSU. And a fastball knee high for a strike, and it's 2-2. Looking some good ones. Let's have one in Todd Hundley. He played with one with Ted Simmons.
Yes, I did.
Barrera at second with 1 out, and Papierski takes it low, ball 4.
Close.
So the Reds have 2 men on until the 8th. And Bassett picks off the outside corner at the knee. And Almora takes a big rip at a high slider, and it's 0-2. Back to the mound. Bassett goes to second for 1. Lindor to first. Double play. Side retired.
Is it fished? We don't have the breakdown of which ones were left and which ones were right-hand hitters.
Escobar can't handle the grounder behind the bag by Senzel.
It's breaking away. And, you know, you can look for it and try to go the opposite way. There's your difference in a lineup that strikes out a lot, that are free swingers. And then you got a pitcher that has command with that kind.
For the first time, took over at second base after 2 players went out for the Reds, and a high fastball from Bassett has him swinging 1-2.
When I face a guy with a tight slider or a down breaking, and I'll continue after the pitch, and you have to, and you're in trouble. It's not going to break down out of the strike zone. It's going to be at the knees. You know, that's why he's one of the greatest pitchers, you know, in the game today. And
I have to think, Keith, that, you know, you were a guy Good curveball upstairs, strikes out Reynolds for the first out. You were a guy who could detect.
And I had a conversation, I've said this before.
And Votto was hit by the pitch, and now the Reds have the tying runs on base.
I had a conversation years ago on a flight with my two. The pitcher establishes against the hitter, and it's mentally puts
head, but it's only a 3-1 lead with the tying runs on base, and Solano takes that pitch down, and it's 2-0. That home run saving catch by Elm. Senzel at second, Votto at first, and Solano takes a strike on the outside edge. 2-1. And that high slider is fouled back, and it's 2-2 today. 2-2 coming. Solano just got a piece of that slider and stayed in the at bat.
And what was also very interesting that Buck said to us.
2-2 to Solano, and the breaking ball got him. The slower slider that time from Bassett. Very independent. A lot of swagger. Jake Fraley takes the breaking ball down for ball one with a couple of base runners in the sixth. And Fraley takes a strike with a cutter, and it's 1-1. Beat at second. Votto not so much at first. And the curveball hits slowly to the left of the mound. Escobar hurries in. Bare hands. Too late. Win. And Bassett's first pitch is inside ball one. Bassett has given up 7 hits in this game. And Aquino shoots one foul. 1-1. 1-1 to Aquino. Broken bat looper, and McNeil is there to grab it. That retires the side. Bassett.
Bases loaded last inning.
Jose Barrero had a base hit to right his last time up, and he lines this one past the glove of Bassett, but McNeil's right there to sweep up. 1 pitch and 1 retired in the Bulls, and Guardians 2 games behind. White Sox 3 behind, and the Red Sox 5 behind. A lot more traffic in that American League wild card now. Unless the Giants recover, you got 4 teams going after 3 spots for that wild card. Curveball for a strike. And he fouls off a fastball.
In front.
Comes up and in with a fastball to Papierski. And he strikes out Papierski. Went with the sinker after throwing up and in with the previous pitch.
Movement.
So 2 out now. Almora up for the second time. Took over in center field after Jonathan India and Mike Moustakas both left the game in the 4th. It's a 2-run homer. Otherwise the Mets would have a larger lead in this game. And he lines one the other way, and Almora's got a base hit. So the guy who didn't start the game has contributed with his glove and now with his bat. And Senzel takes up and in, and he's arguing catcher's interference, I believe, after a single and a catcher's interference. And Reynolds fouls back a first pitch fastball. 95. That's as hard as any pitch Bassett's thrown tonight. Bassett. And the curveball. Reynolds pops it up. Shallow right center. McNeil out. Marte in to call. Marte makes the catch. And Bassett is through another difficult inning. 8 left on base. 8th inning at Citi Field. Chris Bassett still out on the mound. Joey Votto takes a first pitch curveball out of the strike zone for ball 1. And another curveball. This one's yanked foul. Dodgers won that trade. They got an everyday star. The Expos got some skinny reliever. Strikeout inning. And Votto takes one that just missed. 2-2. The last break. You can understand that. 2-2. And that just missed. And now a full count to Votto.
I thought the pitch prior was a strike.
Nobody knows the strike zone better than Votto. And he pops this one up into shallow left. Easy for Naquin. 1 out. Now, it wasn't that we sabotaged Steve's microphone. It was.
And we didn't ignore Todd. We were not told that Todd was at the desk with Steve.
Well, we're a cut.
Steve is kind of gearing up for the Jets season.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
Practicing his in-studio work. One of
by Bassett.
1-2 coming. Struck him out. Got him with the slider. Bassett strikes out.
Way out in front.
Jake Fraley with 2 out. And he takes the fastball down for ball.
Problem, you know? Needs some tetracycline.
1-1 to Fraley. The Reds all night. And the curveball misses, and it's 2-1.
Wants this inning.
And Fraley slices one foul, and now it's 2-2. 2-2. And he bounces the slider, and it's 3-2. 3-2 coming to Fraley. Up the middle, base hit. And so Fraley, with his second hit of the night, keeps the 8th inning going for the Reds. They'll get the tying run to bat. Fly ball to left and a soft liner to second. And a swing and a miss. And a cutter to start him off. 0-1. Month and a half, and get another one tonight from Bassett. And he picks off the outside corner with a fastball through 95. Struck him out. High heat from Chris Bassett.